Hi, welcome back. This is Nadja, and I am here with Emma Hernan, entrepreneur, realtor, and star of Selling Sunset. As we know, season 9 was just released.
It was. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for making Baby Jet the background for us. I love this.
This is my fine art project that I've been working on today. So
I love it. It made me so happy the second. You should have got my reaction the second that I walked in, because it was like, oh, my heart was just so full.
Right? This is your baby.
This is my baby.
A Yorkie.
Yes.
How old is Jet now?
He just turned 1.
Oh my God, he's so young.
Yeah, he's a baby.
He looks like an old soul.
I know. He does. He does.
You know? And you travel with him?
Everywhere. He comes everywhere with me. Oh, yes. He's a world traveler. Yeah, he's been all over the place since he was 6 weeks old. He's actually great at traveling. He's bad at podcasts. This is not a joke. He is a naughty little boy when I take him to any work-related things that I have to do, but if I take him traveling, he will sleep on the plane, sleep in the car, sleep on the boat, wherever he is, he'll sleep. But no, not on a podcast.
What does he do?
Oh, he'll chew every cord possibly around. He'll meow. I know it sounds crazy, but he was raised by cats, so he will meow. He has been known to do it on the last podcast we were on. Yes, no. And he just wants to be picked up and attention. And then he'll fall asleep in my arms, and it's really cute.
Because he's on the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he has his own special cameo. He's great.
So he's the star today.
He is.
Welcome to the Jet Show. So the reason why I did that is because we met when your dog gave it away for me.
Oh, yeah, I know.
So I was on a plane recently, and I didn't realize until we were getting off the plane that I was sitting next to you. And I didn't realize it was you.
Probably because I was sleeping the whole time. I have a blanket over me. I like to sleep on a plane.
And then you had the dog.
I know. He gives it away.
And I was like, who? And I was like, is that Emma from Selling Sunset? And I was like, this is a foul flight. Like, we had to get up at like 3 or 4 in the morning to get there for a 6 a.m. flight. And I was like, I don't want to bother anybody. We all look like zombies. We all feel like zombies.
Yeah.
But I just had to, I'd like ask. I didn't realize till the end. I was like, are you Emma from Selling Sunset?
Yeah.
And they were like, yes. And I was like, oh my God, this is so great. Her publicist was on the plane as well. We connected, and here we are. So
and now we're here. It was meant to be. It was fate.
Right? So thank you. Let's talk about the best fashion moments in the show.
Yes.
You had a lot of great fashion moments.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You had a Marilyn Monroe moment.
I did. I had a custom Marilyn Monroe moment. From the wig, the hair, to the dress, to everything.
And that was for the launch of your empanadas at Mel's.
Yes. So my empanadas are now on the menu at Mel's, and the only other people that have items on the menu are Arnold Schwarzenegger and Lana Del Rey. So I'm in very, very good company. No complaints on my company.
How did you make that happen?
Honestly, a lot of restaurants had been asking me and begging me to put the empanadas on the menu, and I wanted to wait till it was like probably the most iconic restaurant, and that's how I picked Mel's. I mean, especially for LA, there's not really a more iconic restaurant that you could be on. It's also right across from the office, so it was perfect.
Have you gotten any good feedback?
Oh, yeah. They're selling out all the time. He's like, can we need another shipment? We need another shipment. They sell like crazy. Yeah. So good feedback for sure. Great feedback.
And I mean, do you love vintage styling like you did for that opening that one night?
Oh, yeah. It was just fun. I like to have fun, especially, we're on a show that is meant to be fun and uplifting. So fashion is a big part of that. It's a really big part of that. So I love a theme, or I love a party, something that we can, go a little extra with. So, I mean, I loved it. Yeah, it was so much fun. From the car that I pulled up in, I mean, yeah, I went all the way.
You went full Marilyn.
Full Marilyn.
So are you a fashion girl?
I love fashion. I love fashion. I love getting dressed up. I've always loved to get dressed up, like even seeing you in the pink suit. Like, I love that. I love, whatever makes you feel good. And for me, I loved to put on a pink suit, a pink dress, and walk into a business meeting ever since I was young. And it made me feel good. Mm-hmm. So for me, fashion's always been a really big part of me and my business.
Right. And then how does it tie into real estate for you?
So, I mean, I do think that fashion and real estate do go hand in hand because, I mean, think about it. A house, that's a fashion statement. It is. I mean, how you design your house when you go into a house. There's so many fashion pieces in a house. So, I mean, when people are looking for a realtor, they want a realtor that wants to bring the fashion too. So that's a big aspect of it. But I mean, I do think that you'd be surprised how much real estate's tied to so many different industries, the fashion industry, even I'm in the food industry, and there's so many, connections between the two. And I do think that's made a big difference in my success.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Another fashion moment from the show was Valentine's Day.
Oh, I loved that one.
She's wearing I don't know how comfortable that was, but it was like, what's the what
like latex. I know.
What designer was that?
That was Cult Naked, and that was honestly one of my favorite looks from the season. And it's so funny because everyone was like, "Oh my goodness, where'd you get your spray tan?" Everyone's tagging me, and where did you get your spray tan? And that's actually my natural tan. So I don't do a spray tan. I'm Portuguese, so I have a natural tan skin, and everyone's always asking me. So yeah, they're always like, where'd you get your spray tan, or what tanner do you use? What number? I'm like, I don't spray tan. This is natural. So
do you use oil when you go out and suntan?
No. I try actually not to go in the sun that much. If I go in the sun, oh my goodness, I get I love my color when I go into the sun. It's darker than this for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get a great tan going. But yeah, when I'm filming, for that scene, I think they oiled me up, which was obviously it kind of seems like, I'm shining a little extra. So, but
makes sense.
That does make a difference though for the look. It's, I think I might even had some sparkles on. But
yeah.
I loved that look. That was one of my favorite fashion looks.
So you're saying real estate, fashion can help elevate?
I mean, I do think so, for sure. I think that when you go and you meet someone, you're out and about. If you're dressed nicely or you're dressed, something that, it intrigues a conversation, and then you start having a conversation. If I saw you out, I would probably be like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with your suit. Then, we would have connected, and that happened. Connections in real estate, that's everything. So I do think that fashion, is an important factor when it comes to being successful in real estate.
Absolutely. So connections is everything in real estate. I mean, how do you network in a way that's not too pushy but is still effective?
Okay, that's a great question, because I do feel like a lot of agents are pushy, and it's a turnoff. And for me, I remember when I was looking to buy my first property, and the agent was very pushy. And it was almost like every house they were telling me to put an offer in. And I was like, this seems fishy. This doesn't seem right. So when I ended up getting my license, and Jason and Brett were the ones that were like, you need to get your license. You pick up knowledge like a sponge. You should get your license. I decided to get my license, and I was like, I will, but I will never be an agent that's pushy. I will help friends, family, and people that need me. But I have told people not to sell their house. I have told people don't take that offer. I have told people don't put an offer in there. And I could have made so much money. But at the end of the day, I think you want people to trust you. And I think it goes a long way. And I'm very trustworthy. I'm very authentic. I don't need someone's money. And I'd rather have someone come to me when they really need their opinion on something.
Is that because in real estate, I find as an outsider that word of mouth is very powerful?
Very powerful. Word of mouth is everything in real estate, for sure.
Right.
So, I mean, knowledge is key for sure. But you don't want to be a salesman where you're just pushing things. And also, too, you don't want to get someone into the wrong house. Don't do inspections or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? There's an important balance with real estate and being reputable and having people recommend you and all of the things.
Yeah. And so you got your license 2018, or that's when you started at Oppenheim?
I think it was, 2017. Yeah, 2017 or 18. And I was with the Oppenheim Group. I hung my license right away with them. So, yeah, I was with them for a while. I was with them before I was even on the show.
And then how did it come about that you became a reality star? I'm sure that wasn't a part of your...
No. It was not a part of my plan.
Yeah.
I actually think I'm awful for reality TV, if I'm being honest. I hate drama. I'm not good for it. The only thing I love fashion, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
And then reality TV happens to love any relationship that I'm in. So that's where producers love me, is my fashion and my relationships. But they're always like, Emma, can't you just be meaner? I'm like, no, they don't like that.
I mean, it's so interesting because at the recent reunion, the most powerful thing that I heard was how it closed when Amanda said, we have this platform, we should use it to spread love.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I joined the show.
Mm.
I joined the show because I wanted to inspire women out there. I wanted to inspire women with my story, which I think is a very special and unique story. It didn't come from a lot. I really came from like almost not nothing, but it didn't come from a lot at all. I worked really, really hard and I self-taught myself about stocks, about saving, about investment. I had more money saved than my parents. You know what I mean? So these were all things that I taught myself, and I got to the position that I'm at today because of that. And so I wanted to tell my story and I wanted to inspire women out there, which is why I joined the show. And that's why it is unfortunate when the show starts to go a little bit of a different direction or things go a little bit sideways.
Yeah. What I've always like wished for is like for each of the cast member to release a business book. I would read them all.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody has their own different approach to
100%.
to real estate and success. Like
100%.
What would go in your book?
Oh my goodness. Well, that makes me so excited because I feel like, honestly, for me, there's so many different aspects, and I tell people this all the time. So I feel like if you're in one industry and just one industry at all, you're putting a lot of eggs in one basket. And if you want to be an entrepreneur and you want to be really successful, so like that's why I got my real estate license. Not only was I investing in the stock market, not only do I have this food company, I now am selling homes to people, buying homes with people, and then also buying my own properties. And I'm just diversifying. So I think that for me, I would love to write a book because I would write all of the different things that you could get into. And trust me, I can talk to somebody for 10 minutes. I have a crazy business mind where I could talk to you for 10 minutes and you could tell me what you're most passionate about. And I can create a business plan in my head, how you can monetize, how you can make money. And like that for me, I'm so passionate about.
Wow. So you're like a low-key consultant for all your friends.
Oh, I am. I have given my friends so many different business advice, and I will continue to do it because it makes me happy. If I can see somebody go out there and have a crazy amount of success because of an idea that popped into my head that could benefit them and makes them happy and they're passionate about it, truly passionate about it, that makes me so happy.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your own entrepreneurship, I love your personal branding and PR.
Yeah.
I think marketing is totally underrated.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Especially in your industry as well.
100%.
So what are some of your tips?
Okay, so I think nowadays, we're in a world where you can kind of be your own brand. And so investing in yourself is key. It's so, so, so important. I know for myself, I need to be one of the things, because I do feel like we always kind of talk about all of the positives and, okay, great, I have millions of followers and stuff like that. But one thing I could work on, and I do think it's important to talk about, is I could probably work on, okay, let me show a little bit more real life what's going on behind the scenes. I'm down in the manufacturing facility that I own with a hairnet on. I am not looking cute. I am not looking like this. And I am, if they need help getting the crab cakes off of the machine or the machine's broken, I mean, I'm right there doing everything. And I do think it's kind of important to show that because, we do always see, especially for Selling Sunset, always see the glitz and the glam. And we really don't see as, the nitty gritty and like the down and dirty. And as a businesswoman, it's super important. It's just as important as, putting your brand out there and making your brand. So I do think there's a balance for sure. And I'd like to focus on that. I would say that's a goal of mine. And I think it's important to have goals as an entrepreneur so that you can grow. Is to show more of that, to show more, even just talking more on my socials and, being like, what happened today? And it was a difficult day. And oh my goodness, we couldn't fulfill this order or whatever it may be.
Or here's one tip on the leadership when things get difficult.
Exactly.
Because like you walk in there, you're the boss. I mean, your attitude is everything.
Everything.
Right?
No, 1000%. So I do think it's important to talk about that. But I think creating a brand now is all about, the team behind you for sure. I love to surround myself with really great people, just like uplifting, positive people. And I've actually let people go from my team that weren't nice to other people because that's a big, big thing for me. How you treat others is such a reflection on yourself. And I treat everyone around me with love and kindness. And so if I see someone on my team, and, a couple times it took me a second to be like, okay, this isn't the right fit. But how you treat others is so important to me. So if you're going to be part of my team, represent me, my brand, and everything like that, you have to treat others with love and kindness and respect.
Okay. What about negotiating?
Negotiating is So important with anything.
Okay.
I'm actually really good at negotiating. Like,
how do you do it?
I feel like I'm a good balance between good cop, bad cop.
Okay.
Whereas, like, okay, for real estate, sometimes, like, okay, if Jason got involved, he's always the bad cop and I'm always the good cop. But when you're doing it by yourself with any industry, whether it's real estate or whether it's my food company and I'm trying to get it in a store, always play good cop, bad cop. But I mean, I definitely lean into the good cop a little bit more, but you have to be strong. So as much as like, okay, I'm super nice and sweet and bubbly, but when it comes to business and it comes to money, no, you have to be tough. So, oh yeah, no, I've definitely been tough when it comes to negotiating a deal. If it's real estate, I want to get my clients no matter what the best deal, or vice versa. So important, and it doesn't matter even if someone is willing to pay more. And no, I'm making sure that my clients are represented to the best of my ability, no matter what. And that, trust me, all of my clients refer me to every single person that they know. So it shows, again, word of mouth and how you represent your clients when it comes to real estate or, you know, in the food industry. For me, it's like I am going to the meetings and I am negotiating the best price and why. And they want a lesser price because they want to make a bigger margin. But I'm like, you know what? It's worth this because we use XYZ or whatever the reasoning is. And I definitely am tough when it comes to business.
So you can be stubborn.
Oh, I'm so stubborn. I'm
Right?
super stubborn. Yeah.
Capricorn.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, it's the cap in me. I am stubborn.
It's like when you put your foot down,
Yeah.
there's no.
Oh yeah.
There's no room.
That's a Capricorn thing. Are you a Capricorn?
No, I have moon in Capricorn. I'm a Scorpio.
Okay.
But,
Oh, my
yeah,
dad's a Scorpio.
Right. But Capricorns are so like, they're just naturally magicians with business.
Yeah. No, I will say, like, I've
You know?
always had a business mind, even
know?
when I was young, and I wanted to nanny, babysit, and work at an ice cream shop, whatever it was to make money, waitress. I wanted to make it, save it,
Yeah.
and, yeah,
And just keep building.
yeah.
Right.
I do think it's like I'm a double cap too. Yeah, I'm a double cap. So.
Yay.
Yeah.
So
that explains a lot of my
your personality on the show, because you're like, I'm not talking about my feelings. Like,
Yeah.
it's none of your business, and I don't blame you. I
No,
would kind of be
exactly.
the same way too.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, what? Why are we going there?
You know,
Yeah.
it's just too messy.
Right?
So when it comes to your food business, so a lot of people maybe don't know that you're carrying on the legacy of your grandfather.
I am, which is so important to me. I mean, the reason that I got into the food industry to begin with is because of him. So, you know, my success in that industry, my family's success, our family's company means so much more because it's, you know, it's my grandfather's legacy and it's everything that he created, and it's just so special to me. I love cooking and creating, and I got that from him. It skipped a generation because my mom and aunts did not get it, but I love it. I love to cook. I don't go by recipes. I actually just do everything myself. All of my empanadas, everything that I do is all of my own recipes from down to the very last spice, which I love. And I will say the only one that was a collaboration was with him. Now, he had already passed away, but my keto cauliflower crab cake was his recipe, but I just swapped out breadcrumbs and put cauliflower in instead. So that one is extra special to me because it's healthy, it's yummy, but also it's a part of my grandfather too. So
you're going to end up doing like a cookbook and a cooking show one day.
I mean, I never say never to anything. Yeah, exactly. Probably.
Right? Behind the scenes in the kitchen, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's fun, right?
Yeah, it's definitely fun. So when it comes to like, do you get asked a lot by women that you meet, like fans of the show, what your own business advice is?
Oh, all the time. All the time. People come up to me for business advice all the time. And I will say, like, one of my biggest pieces of advice that I give is, what business do you want to be in? Or if they're in a business and they explain it to me, well, what's holding you back? Why do you not? Because a lot of people procrastinate. I've been known to procrastinate at times. But the one thing I will say is, as soon as I do it, I'm like, wait, why didn't I do that yesterday? Why didn't I do that sooner? And I think that that's always going to be my biggest piece of advice. And I don't want to repeat myself and say it again, but it's like, no, start today. The sooner that you start, whatever it may be, whether it's investing, whether it's starting the company that you want to start, whatever it is, start today. Even if you fail, it's okay. It will lead you to the next door.
Yeah. To just do it. And then it takes a lot of balls to get up off your ass, stop commenting on Reddit.
Yeah.
And making your own dreams happen.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Right?
for sure. I mean, because it's easy to just kind of fall into your routine and doing something out of the box and doing something different. It's out of your comfort zone. So people tend to, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll push it off a day. I'll push it off a day. And I will say, everyone that I have talked to and everyone that's done it and followed my advice, they have all written me and been like, oh my God, that was the best piece of advice you've ever given me. I have the best piece of advice I've ever got. The best thing that I did to further my career and things along those lines.
Right? It's very, very important.
It is.
You know, you have to make it happen. It's up to you. Nobody else is going to do it for you.
No, exactly. It is.
Right?
It's up to us.
Right. What's like a great business skill that you learned from your grandpa?
Oh my God, I miss him so much. He was such an amazing human. I will say he was kind. And I feel like that is an important part of being in business because we work a lot, whether it's real estate or the food industry, we work a lot with people and some of them are not. And I can assure you, they just don't go as far in any industry. They might for a second, but they don't go that far because people don't want to work with people that aren't good people. And I feel like I would love to get that message out there more and more and more. My grandfather was the kindest soul in the world.
To everyone.
To everyone. To everyone. He was scooping crab cakes out of his kitchen and delivering them to all the local fish marts and just so sweet and so kind and didn't have a mean bone in his body. And he ended up getting really far because everyone just wanted to work with Jerry. He was just so sweet and cute. And I do think that being kind and trustworthy is so important in business. So I definitely try to align my morals, my values with him, with my father. And, that's been a huge part of my success in business.
And it's so funny because, in a place like here, New York City, it's like you show that you're mean or you're tough to like show that you mean business. And kindness can often be seen as a type of weakness.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No. It's not. And I feel like that is the case. And I feel like, especially for women, they kind of felt like, okay, they had to go in and be a little bitchy and create dominance in order to feel, that they could hold their own in a room full of men. And I feel like that's not the case. You can go in, you can be kind, and you can have you don't have to put on an act. Even my mom, for instance, this is a great story. She's a businesswoman. She's a CEO of one of our family's companies. Cool. She'll pick up the phone sometimes and she'll be like, she'll be in talking to me. Hi, Emma, blah, blah, blah. And then she'll be like, hello, with a deep voice. And I'm like, Mom, what is that? What are you doing? I'm like, why? What is this business voice? No, you can talk the exact same. You do not need to talk. What are you doing? But I feel like everyone can be insecure, especially like my mom grew up in a different era where there was a lot of she was definitely not taken seriously in the industry. I mean, I was laughed at numerous times based off of my outfits and whatever else. My mom had it rough. My mom and my aunt had it really, really rough. So she still struggles with that. And we don't really talk about that. But, she still struggles with, wanting to, be a CEO and not being taken seriously for so long. So she deals with those insecurities that sometimes I have to be like, Mom, shake you. What are you doing? But that story just popped into my head because I'll never forget it. I was in the office. I was like, that is not your voice. What are you doing?
Don't pretend to be somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. You can be yourself. It's fine, So
yeah.
I think that's important.
So when it comes to the show, I mean, is there any what goes on behind the scenes? Because I feel like you as a realtor, that what we see on screen is such a small slice of your actual job.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes, whether it's friendships, relationships, real estate. I mean, you guys are seeing, and the audience is seeing clips, beautiful clips of us walking into the house and sure, it's glamorous and we're walking up the steps in these 20-inch heels, but there's a
music,
of course, yeah, exactly, the fans going, the hair's blowing, all of the good things. But I mean, when you're negotiating a deal and you're dealing with some difficult clients, and a lot of times, we don't talk about our clients on the show that are being difficult, but
privacy.
You never know what you're gonna have to deal with. inspections, you're getting mold report, water damage, all of these crazy things that you're like, wait, it's a lot of work. And, for Selling Sunset, you see the glamorous side of everything. You see, I guess.
Hedges.
Yeah, exactly. The hedges, the famous hedges. I will say, I guess you get to see a lot of the drama. They focus more on that. So I guess you see more of the drama as opposed to, the real estate. But they get a little bit more in depth with that. I wish they would get a little bit more in depth with
the business side.
With the business side.
Yeah.
I actually wish that they would get a little bit more in. I know it's a real estate show for sure, but I do think that they should follow. Like last season, we were going to fly to Boston, see my manufacturing facility.
Love that.
And I just think that would have been a really exciting piece. Now, I know we shot at Mel's and we did other things, and that was probably more glamorous. But I do think a big part of, where I came from and even getting into the real estate industry had a big piece of me being in the food industry, me starting this manufacturing facility, which I bought. I purchased a multi-million-dollar manufacturing facility, which then brought me to the Oppenheim Group. So, I do think it's kind of nice to be able to tell the backstory, and you get to see, the business side and things like that. So that I wish there was more of.
So when did you buy it and where is it?
In Hingham, Massachusetts. And I bought it. And then I started my food company after. So I bought the manufacturing facility because we needed manufacturing facilities in Boston. We were manufacturing for our family. Everyone was coming to us to do all their items. And I was like, this is going to be a moneymaker no matter what. I know I'm going to start my own company at some point, but let me buy this first, which is kind of a crazy idea because most people don't buy their own manufacturing facility. And second of all, most people find a co-packer and that's how they do it, which a lot of the times companies fail because they don't have a good co-packer. So I was like, I'm going to do this the opposite way. I'm also going to become other people's co-packer so that I'm creating another stream of revenue for myself.
And it worked.
It did.
How long has it been going on for now?
It's been going on for about 5 years now. We've been in the food industry our whole life, but we leased before. And then I ended up buying this property. And then actually we're looking to buy another property. We're in escrow on. So very exciting stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Growing.
Love it. Always.
Growing the empire.
Do you consider yourself ambitious?
For sure. I've always been ambitious. Yeah. For sure.
How have your goals changed? What's on the horizon?
Oh, okay, I will say too, one thing is I've always written down my goals. So anyone listening to this, I know that you would think it's nerdy, but I carry around my notebooks. Every plane flight that I'm on, and now mind you, if I'm not sleeping, but I normally am, if I'm up on a plane, I am writing down my goals. Every single plane flight, all the time. I have a daily to-do list. I have goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. And I do think it's important to put out because it's nice when you can check it off the list. And there's something satisfying about it.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes I go through old diaries with old goal lists and I'm like, oh, I forgot to check that one off.
No,
exactly. They take years to happen sometimes.
Exactly. No, 150%. Right? No, exactly. So I'm a big believer in setting goals and writing them down. And that's definitely been a piece of, my success for sure.
I have to take my goals and put them on Post-it notes and put them on the fridge or on the bathroom mirror because then I'm forced to look at them every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, exactly. It's in your face, literally. No pun intended, but it's in your face.
So then you cannot procrastinate.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people do procrastinate and then it's in your face. You're like, I guess I should.
I should definitely do that rather than scroll and
yes,
for an hour and just waste my time.
Exactly.
So business mentors, who has been your mentor or mentors?
I will say, honestly, okay, so when I was nannying for a family, the husband went to Harvard and that's how I got into stocks and investing. The other one was a math teacher who was teaching in our math class. It wasn't going to be on the quiz. And he started writing, okay, if you save X amount, this right now, by the time you're 30, you'll have $1 million something. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Nobody in my family, no one had been a millionaire before. That was just unheard of. So I started paying attention. Everyone else started not paying attention, wasn't going to be on the quiz, wasn't important. I don't even think this math teacher knows how big of a role he played because I never forgot that. that's when I really started saving. And then the investment aspect came from, okay, I'm working for a family that obviously the husband knows what stocks to invest in. Let me study what stocks I should invest in. But the saving, you need a savings before you can invest. The saving came from the math teacher and, of course, my parents, because, I mean, at the end of the day, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for them. So they were mentors in the way where they supported every single thing that I did. They believed that I could accomplish anything in the world. And so having them behind me really made a huge difference.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How do you save when you love fashion?
I'm actually really good about that. I'm really, really good about that. So saving is like always going to be number one for me. Like I love to save, but I also don't mind. I'm at this point in my life, I don't mind splurging on some fashion pieces.
Right.
I just don't.
Okay.
Also, too, I'm not a shopaholic in a way where like I have a problem.
You're not spontaneous.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Budget for...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I have it planned out. I'm not just like, I'm usually not like, oh, okay, I'm walking by the store, let me go in. It's more like, okay, well, if I need an outfit for something, I will spend whatever it takes.
Yeah.
If I have an event that I want to go there, I will.
Like Cannes Film Festival, which you did.
Oh, yes, exactly.
How was that?
Amazing. Oh my goodness. It was absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I made it over. And honestly, that was like decided 2 days before. I am a little crazy like that. I'm spontaneous when it comes to travel.
Or when it comes to like a business opportunity.
Yes. Oh, for sure. Because you
Right?
have to jump on a business opportunity. So if they say, okay, we have a meeting, we can get you in here, honestly, don't pass it up.
Right?
Don't pass it up because honestly, you might not get that opportunity again.
Right? There's a good piece of advice.
Yeah, that's a really good piece of advice. And I've seen that happen a lot of different times.
Right?
Yeah.
What about using social media to leverage for your business? Like, I don't sell products on social, but how can you still use it for the identity of your business?
Well, I mean, I think that obviously even my company that I have is my social media is a big aspect of, branding and even me posting, telling people where to go to the store and find things like that makes a big, big difference. And honestly, how I get into for the food industry, how I get into a lot of the different stores, they look at my socials and there's not a lot of CEOs with socials that look like mine that are actually cold calling them or picking up the phone and talking to them. So they're like, oh, okay, she can promote her own product. She is the brand. So she can promote it and bring in sales. And a lot of times, that's been great and super helpful for them. So I do believe nowadays with socials, we can really, do anything we believe we can.
Yeah. But you're also making it super glam.
I mean, you have to make it glam because you want to keep people interested. And also, too, I will say, like, for my socials, I don't promote something. I would never promote something that I don't actually use in my daily life.
Okay.
I would never do, like, a paid ad where, okay, I wouldn't wear that or I wouldn't use that product. I'm very organic and I think that I'm authentic to myself, which I'm authentic to now my brand and my audience. So they know if I'm promoting something or showing my empanadas, okay, she's probably eating them too, or she's probably using that product because she doesn't talk about things. And I think that makes a difference because when you look at someone's page and it's covered in ad, it's not really enjoyable. You kind of want to see what someone's doing also in their daily life. And I do feel like I try and showcase, what I'm doing, if I'm spending time with my family, if I'm traveling. People love travel content. And then also people love business content. So I feel like it's all about a good mix of, all of the different content and then curated really nicely.
Yeah, it's a part of your job.
Yeah, exactly. No,
right?
For sure.
So my secret wish for the Oppenheim Group is I wish that they would use the show with all these fabulous women as a vehicle for learning about real estate because so many people probably want to get into real estate now.
Oh yeah.
Now that they see it because they think it's probably very glamorous, but to start the Oppenheim School of Real Estate.
They should.
You know what I mean?
They
that
honestly
would be
should.
Such an opportunity.
They really should. And
right?
So many people reach out to me, and I do think it would be really nice for them to do something. They haven't done it yet, obviously.
They could even make it a masterclass, 1 hour.
Okay, exactly. So I think Brett tried to do that individually, and I think it needs to be the Oppenheim Group. And I think it needs to be everyone involved, because I think it's good to get advice from, not just Brett, not just Jason, but some of the girls, because you get like that hard, bad cop to the sweet cop, and the different advice makes a big difference. And I do think that would be a really good thing to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Call me.
Yeah, exactly. You can help them start it. Yeah.
Let's go. So when it comes to difficult clients, some days, you just want to like hang up the phone and just not deal with people, because sometimes people will test your patience.
For sure.
Or over negotiate or want to keep pushing at something and not listen to you. Yeah. What do you do?
I'm really good with difficult clients.
Really? Oh my God, that's why you're rich.
I'm really good with difficult clients because I'm super chill.
How do you emotionally disconnect?
Oh, that's the one thing I'm good at. I'm good with difficult clients. I deal with a lot of people that are very neurotic, high strung, and like also too, like say one thing, then all of a sudden 5 minutes later, their mind has changed, and that's okay. Whereas like some people cannot handle that. Like I have agents that I work with that I've heard them yell at their clients, and I'm like, they're not going to work with you again, or they're probably not going to use you for the rest of this deal. And I get it. They're probably out of line. But we have to be able to separate ourselves from like, okay, they're being crazy or whatever it is. Let's calm them down. Because we also have to remember they're going through the process of either buying or selling. And that is, it's
huge.
It is. It's a lot, it is.
Like maybe the biggest payment you'll ever make in your life.
It really is.
Right?
And it's like if you're buying a home for you and your family, that's a home that you're going to make memories in. Like, this is a big deal. So I will say there's a lot of agents that I've seen that just get way too frustrated and they end up, disconnecting from their clients. Whereas I always am like, I'm a very like sound-minded person. I'm very chill, level-headed. So I'm really good with, business people in all different, fields, whether it's the CEO of a food company that I'm meeting that, it's a little bit difficult to get your product in. I'll figure out a way, no problem, whatever it may be. And also too, I think that being able to, if someone is a little neurotic or a difficult client, okay, well, why are they difficult? Let's get down to the bottom of it a little bit. And like maybe when they're being a little sassy or crazy, maybe there's a reason why. So when you remain calm, they're not used to that because they're used to people acting, oh, okay, they're going to
react.
Exactly. So they do appreciate, I will say, all of my clients really appreciate and love me. And I tend to have really great clients too. But I will say, out of all of the agents, I think I'm probably the best dealing with difficult clients.
That's definitely a very important skill that will get you very far in life.
Yeah, for sure.
So what about bitchy emails? If you receive one, do you just wait 24 hours to respond for them to calm down? Or how do you handle bitchy emails? Because that's where sometimes things start and then they flare up from there.
For sure.
Right?
I do not engage with bitchy emails, bitchy texts, bitchy anything. So I know I will say like a lot of the girls even on the show will be like, how are you remaining calm? Almost to a point where they're like, you need to stick up for yourself more. And I do see their point with certain things.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, me sticking up for myself and saying things, and I guess you don't necessarily have to go below the belt or say things you don't mean, but me getting myself all worked up, well, that just hurts me. So, I get it. And like, I have heard a few of the girls be like, you need to stick up for yourself more. But I would rather be calm, cool, and collected than regret some impulsive behavior that I know a lot of the other girls tend to regret.
So is it like a waste of energy?
For sure. It's 100% a waste of energy. And I don't have any energy to waste.
Do you feel like rise above is like your mantra?
100%. I have my whole entire life. Just rise above it, honestly. And people will try and take you down. And that's just, I guess, part of life. But you'll find really good people that want to uplift you. And they're super grateful that you want to uplift them. And that's what I'm finding more now. As I'm doing a lot more women dinners. I'm putting women's dinners together. You'll have to come to one.
Yes, 100%.
Oh my, we just had a beautiful one like a couple months ago. And honestly, the group of women that I was able to get together, when I say the most uplifting, positive, everyone wanted everyone to succeed. And we kind of all talked about struggles and all the pros and cons and all of these things. And it was such an honest, open, amazing dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like you're fostering network opportunities for other people too.
100%.
Right.
Yes.
Does it feel good to give back?
Oh, I love giving back. It really does. It always has for me. I actually won. I did Miss Massachusetts forever ago. I won Miss Massachusetts Most Promising Model, and then I won Most Volunteer Hours.
What year was this?
Forever ago. I was like in high school.
Oh my God, I want to see this photo.
Yeah, and so I won Miss Massachusetts Most Promising Model, and then Most Volunteer Hours because I have cousins that are special needs and autistic, and so I love working with kids, and specifically I would work with them down at this little foundation, and I'm an ambassador for Best Buddies, and it just feels so good. Like you leave and you just feel like your heart is full, your glass is full, everything is full about, that interaction and when you leave. So giving back for me is so, so, so important. And it's not even just giving back in a sense where doing things like that. I think giving back to your friends and your family and your loved ones, like I always say, like my love language is giving. I'd rather give someone a present than receive it. I'm almost awkward. If someone gives me a present, I don't even know what to do. I'm like, eh. But if I give it, I'm like, my smiles from ear to ear. I'm like, oh my God, I want to see their reaction. So that's, yeah.
The only downfall I find about being a giver is people taking you for granted.
That's for sure.
So do you find that you have to sometimes pull back, even if you don't want to, because you're just naturally a giver?
For sure. I've definitely had to do that, in friendships, business, relationships, because people will tend to take advantage of you for sure in different situations. I've had it happen to me too many times. But, I'm not one of those people that it would ever make me bitter. I hate when people get bitter over a situation. I understand it, certain things, but I feel like you just always have to have an open mind. And that's fine for me. I just distance myself from the situation.
Yeah, rather than adding fuel to the fire because you're not confrontational, right?
No, I'm definitely not.
And that probably helps a lot of things.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it definitely does, for sure.
So how do you balance being an entrepreneur and basically being a CEO and a boss and then having to work under men at the Oppenheim Group? Because that would drive me crazy.
Well, I will say I do not work under them.
Okay,
so
cool.
no. But in a great way. They are like my brothers, and they are technically my brokers, but I don't work underneath them. We're partners on any deal that we do together. Jason's my broker, but we work hand in hand. He respects me and he knows. I mean, obviously for the show, we're like, our bosses and stuff like that. But I mean,
they did things in this season where it's like, okay, ladies, stop talking about fashion and get back to work.
Yeah, exactly. If he ever said that to me in real life, I'd be like, what? No, but they wouldn't. No, I mean, honestly, and Jason and Brett, they respect me so, so much. They respect everything that I've accomplished in business. I mean, I remember when I first met them and they just couldn't believe it. So,
because you come from commercial real estate.
Yeah,
which is where the real money is.
No, exactly. So between that and obviously the food industry and stuff like that, they were just from the moment that I met them, super impressed with everything that I've accomplished. They're super supportive too. And yeah, but I will say it can be tricky working with men in any industry for sure. For sure.
Okay. What's some tips that you have in dealing with men in business in case there's, I don't know, a power struggle or...
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think when you walk into any meeting, especially say it's with a man or a man that's not really giving you quite the time of day, let him do him for a second. This is the best piece of advice that I would give. Let him behave the way he's going to behave. And then when it's your turn, be super respectful, super polite. And then when it's your turn to talk, whatever you're about to talk about, hit him with some knowledge, hit him with some facts. And I have been in so many different meetings where they think a certain way based off how you look or whether you're just a woman or your outfit, whatever it may be. And then when it's finally your opportunity to talk and then they hear, oh, wow, how the intelligence that comes out, they're they do a double take. And I love that feeling. I'd rather be, the underdog in a situation and succeed than, so that's my piece of advice. Go in, be respectful. If they want to behave a certain way, note that, but then just go in, kill them with knowledge.
And stick to the facts.
Exactly.
Right? What about follow-ups? How important are follow-ups for you?
follow-ups in any industry are
Yeah.
huge. You have to follow up. I think, not even just in real estate, but with anything. I think it's also important to continue the relationships. I'm a relationship person, so you need to continue to, nourish that relationship with anything. You know what I mean? If you want to, because then you're always on somebody's mind. Think about it. Follow up, check in. Okay, well, we have an event. Oh, let's book you for that event. What if it's that industry, or if it's real estate? Oh, okay. Oh my God, she just wrote me. My cousin's buying a house. I should recommend her. You know what I mean? Whatever industry you're in, following up, keeping in touch is so important. Also, think about it. Who doesn't like to get an email, a text, a call from, anyone that they've worked with or they've met and just been like, hey, I hope you're doing amazing. Have the best day. There's no intentions. There's no like, I want something from you. It's just checking in. And I think that that's really nice just in general to do during this day and age.
Yeah, because it's become so transactional.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, I try and I check in on a lot of my friends, a lot of my family, a lot of my clients. I don't need anything from them. I just want to make sure they know I'm thinking of them, having a great day. I'll send little voice notes, whatever it is. And honestly, it does brighten people's day.
Right. And then so to stay on top of people's minds, because I feel like newsletters are dead. So updating people that way is probably not. Social media, it may not come across as, authentic or enough. So would you say that doing IRL events is one way to bring people together?
Yeah, for sure. I do think, getting people together, even my women's dinner, that was like so important because I don't get to see everyone all the time. So important to get everyone together. Everyone had such a great time. Also, you're creating a community where now women that didn't know each other, they're now meeting, and we all want to meet good people. At this point in our lives, no matter where you are in life, who doesn't want to meet a good person and someone that, okay, we can go grab a bite, we can go grab lunch. I'm all about planning little get-togethers too. Like if I'm in LA, I have my group of people that I text, I try and get together, make sure I see them. I do prioritize my friendships and my family. And then when I'm in Boston, I have another group that I make sure that I prioritize. And I do think keeping on top of that, and we're all busy, but it's still important.
Yeah, for sure. So how has being a celebrity changed your life? It must be so weird because you don't realize that like when you're shooting these shows and then it ends up on Netflix and the distribution of that is insane, that you probably have people coming up to you at the grocery store or whatever and recognizing you, Uber drivers, whatever. I mean, how has that changed your life?
It's been different for sure. I mean, I didn't realize how big the show was before I said, yes, sure, I'll do it. And then, from, when I'm over at Cannes Film Festival, obviously, people recognize me there, but then I'll be down in the Bahamas, or I will be up in Boston or in London, the most like everywhere over like around the world, they know the show because the show is worldwide. And it's a little crazy. I will say there's times where I'm there was one time I was eating dinner with a group of people, and there was someone that crawled underneath one table to pop up next to me, scared me, I won't swear, but scared everyone at the table jumped. Her head was just right here next to me. She's like, I'm sorry, I don't want to bother you. I know you're eating. I was like, no, it's totally fine. Everyone was like, Emma.
And it's like going underneath a bathroom stall.
I'm not kidding. I did not make this story up. Like everyone was like, what just happened?
Wow.
Full crawl mode to get to me. So like I've had some crazy stories. Yeah. People love a follow in the bathroom too. Like, oh yeah, that's everyone's favorite.
To me, that's where it's off.
I know. But I feel like they think it's a safer space, easier because it's just me or something.
That's scary.
I'm like, I'd rather have you come up to the table. I'll have it. Well, I'll take a photo with some salad in my mouth, but the bathroom thing is like, I'm like, oh my goodness, you're here. Yeah. The bathroom thing is definitely, I would say that's been the most like, oh my God,
I need to hire personal security to probably to the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
I will say that's like the place that like people feel most comfortable if they see me out and about. Yeah, just following me in there, which is interesting. I mean, I'm always friendly and fine. Like I've never said no to a photo, even when I look my absolute worst. Like I was like running down the street one time, like I looked like a wet rat. And I will never say no. I'll never be the person that says no. And I'll warn them. I'm like, are you sure you want it? I don't look cute. They're like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, oh God, whatever. That's fine. So yeah, I never say no, but yeah.
Oh my God. I just don't know how you do it. So in terms of how does celebrity affect your business as somebody who's like, as you're a self-made millionaire?
Yeah, no.
Congrats.
Thank you. It's great in the sense where, when you walk, sometimes I feel like, it will get you in a door that would be harder to get into. But, I have been getting in doors my entire life, even before I was a celebrity, because I'm persistent. So someone might say, no, I'm going to try your assistant. I'm going to try your boss. I'm going to try whatever it is. So for me, I never really gave up regardless. But I will say, like, with the platform that I have now, I have been able to get into a meeting faster. So it has opened doors in that aspect. But, with anything, you have to be careful too, because it's like you are your brand. So you have to be careful, everything that you do in life and things along those lines.
Or what you say on camera can affect you in a bad way.
Exactly.
For your other businesses.
No, for sure. Exactly.
I would be so afraid.
I know. Exactly. That's why it is tricky. You know what I mean? You see the girls go at it and they call each other, oh, this one's on drugs and this one's that. And I will say, like, thank goodness, I never got involved in that, and I've never tried a drug or anything like that, so they're always really nice to me when it comes to that type of things. But you do have to be careful, and you never know. We do sign our lives away, so as much as it's great and you get indoors and stuff like that, you also have to be careful because it's a difficult industry too.
Or maybe I feel like other cast members can be more open and free because they don't have all of these businesses behind
exactly
them.
And I will say that that's another thing. It's like a lot of the cast members that tend to be a little bit more erratic and impulsive, well, they don't really have a business that they're depending on and their family's depending on. So they can kind of act a little kooky crazy, which I've seen time and time again, which is unfortunate. But I have a brand, I have a business, I have my family that I help, and a bunch of little furry rescue babies that I keep rescuing everywhere.
How many? 9?
I have 10. Yeah. I have 10. Yeah.
How many cats? How many dogs?
8 rescue cats and 2 dogs. 1 rescue dog. He is not a rescue. But he was a surprise. He was a present, so I couldn't say no.
Oh,
but all my others are rescues. But yeah,
it's so important to rescue animals.
It is. Oh my God, I'm a huge advocate for that. I've rescued even the ones that I don't have. I've rescued and then I've given, like, I've fostered and then given to other people. Oh yeah, if I see a cat on the street or a dog, oh no, they're coming home with me. And I will find them a home, but they are coming home with me.
Because that's your talent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're a connector.
Yeah.
What makes somebody good at networking?
I think being authentic. I honestly feel like being authentic, not being afraid to go over and introduce yourself to somebody. Whereas I feel like sometimes people are scared and they're like, oh no, I don't want to go over there. XYZ, and maybe they think they're higher up. Well, they don't know that. Just go over, say hello, start a conversation, People like to meet people. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if it's Jeff Bezos or it doesn't matter if it's the host at a restaurant. It doesn't matter. People love connecting with people. Have that conversation. Don't be scared. And I think that that's huge.
So initiate.
Initiate, for sure. A lot of my friends, I tell that to them all the time. Initiate the conversation. Doesn't matter where you are. Like sometimes they'll call me and they'll be like, I wish you were here to go up to them. I'm like, just go up to them. You're fine. You can do it. Just go start a conversation.
Isn't it so funny that that's become such a hard thing to do?
I know, because I feel like, we're in an era where it's a little bit more, we're behind our phones. Think about it. I mean, even dating, it's behind the phones more now.
It is.
And we need to change that. And so, yeah, I feel like everything's kind of behind the phone. So when you go out in public, I feel like people are forgetting how to act. They're forgetting how to interact. And that's a key part of business.
It's so true. Why do you think that our society loves reality TV? Because I feel like it's such a sign of the times.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think there's something about reality TV that people feel like they're even more connected to it because it is someone's real life. And I will say I was at a meeting one time and they were managers and they managed the top A-list celebrities that you could possibly imagine. Mm-hmm. And I was at lunch with them and everyone kept coming up to the table to like, oh my God, I love you. You're so like saying things to me. And they were like, it's so weird because like we're with huge, massive celebrities, but people are coming up and interacting with you so much. And we kind of talked about it for a bit because they're very business minded. And we came to the conclusion where people feel like they know me and they know reality TV stars more than, say, an actor or an actress because they're acting in a role. You don't really know their personality. So you going up to them is a risk because they may not like it. Whereas, when people come up to me, they know me from the show. They know how nice I am. They know I'm going to be like, hi, give you a hug and all of that. So I think that that's why people are a little bit more apt to go up to a reality star and interact with them. And that's why they tend to fall in love with these characters because they feel really connected to them.
Because what you see is what you get on
Yeah.
And it's so funny because when I interviewed reality stars like in this way, because it's on camera, because let's face it, people don't really like to read that much anymore.
No.
They want to see a video.
They want to see. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's more powerful to do it on video. So here we are. But people are, when you read the comments, it's like people are really invested in their lives.
Oh, people have come up to me and they will ask me the most, they're like, so are you still dating, blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, how do you even
who are you?
They're like, wait a minute. And I'll be like, oh, no. They're like, but why?
Yes,
I was like,
that's really personal.
Well, it wasn't really a match. And they're like, I know, but like, why? Because he was so cute. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. But like, I'm always super sweet. No, I actually will answer. And sometimes my friends are like, Emma, stop.
Yeah, we gotta go. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so last question because we got to wrap it up, but it's been super informative and so great talking with you. Thank you so much. But for women who do want to get into real estate, what's some last parting advice you would give?
Ooh, it's a little bit same as my business advice would be start today. I feel like especially with real estate, everyone is like, oh, I'm going to get my real estate license. I'm going to go and do it. But you need to order the books. You need to start the quizzes. And even if you're not ready to read the books because it seems overwhelming when you get them, just start the process of doing the quizzes and getting to know the answers, the questions, get familiar with it. Start going to open houses. I think that that's huge. That's how I got into the industry. Start going every Sunday to open houses. Just really get a feel for, what they look like, what the housing market and, things like that. So that's definitely my little bit of advice.
Okay. And check out Emma on the Oppenheim Group website and her website, emmahernan.com, because she has a $14 million listing that's active right now.
Yes.
So, in case everybody out there.
And more exciting listings coming. I have an amazing Malibu listing coming for $20 million. So, a lot of exciting things coming.
And more empanadas.
Of course, more empanadas.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.